I am live. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. I wanted to get on today and do my podcast. I do it Sundays at 11:11. I'm a little late, but that's okay. I'm just going with the flow. It is a full moon today, and we are going to talk about energy, high vibe people. We're going to talk about all the vibes because I have been feeling them like crazy. I've had some experiences in my life that I want to tell you about how people's been feeling about me and about just what's going on. And so I wanted to talk about the energy of people and high vibe people. Um, I like to call them star seeds, indigos. Um, we're going to get some woo woo here today. If you're into the woo woo, right now today this is me. So um light workers, way showers, um all the things, you guys, high vibing. So anyway, a couple days ago I was sleeping and I woke up with this major headache, which I put it online. If you're on my Facebook, if you're not, come and join me. But it's these high vibes coming through, solar flares. People were saying, the full moon, different things like that. But high vibing people, like awareness, if you're aware, if you're like a spiritual person, whatever you a spiritual person is, to me, is higher consciousness. You can feel people's energy, and that's one thing we're going to talk about today: feeling people's energy. In the room that you walk in, people can feel it. Everybody can feel it if they allow it. Like, if excuse me, my nose is running or something. But you can feel people's energy if you are aware. You have to be aware. I know a lot of people go through this life, and I have a lot of people in my life that just go through life that are not aware. And I am so deep in this journey. It's everywhere I go. I'm so aware. I'm so aware. And it's sometimes I'm like, I wish I wasn't aware. Not that it's a good thing or a bad thing. It's just like I can see their potential and they don't. I can see what's going on, and just like other people can see mine. Other people can say, "Hey, you should do this," but me, I listen to it and don't take offense of it. The people that are not vibing really high take offense of everything you say. Well, let's do this, or let's calm down, or let's regulate our nervous system. Well, who do you and what do you know? Those kind of people. So I'm going to give you some signs of people, or I'm going to give you signs of a high vibing person. Now, of me, I'm a high vibing person, and I know people are going to like, well, who you think you are? Yes, I am. I know my body. I've lived in it. I feel my body, and when something's off, I know. And when something's on, I know. So I'm a high vibing person. Most of the time. Now, and the reason I'm saying this is there's aspects of people outside of you that shows you this. So if you are like a high vibing person and you're calm, and people come to you. When I had a store years and years ago, I had a consignment store, and people would come to me and talk to me for hours. I mean, literally, they would be in there to buy something, and they would talk and talk and talk. I even had post women, the post office women in there that would be in there. It was like, oh my God, I've been in here for 2 hours talking to you. And I was supposed to be delivering mail. Now, at this time, I did not know I was a high vibing person. So I was at the point in my life where it was like, I knew that we were talking, and they would say, thank you for talking to me. And I would sit down and I'm like, what's going on? Or I'd go to a mall and people would stare at me, and I'm like, is something wrong with me? Is my hair I mean, this is what we think. When you are vibing high and you have this high energy, which back then I did not know. Now I understand it. And I actually will like send them love or send them, whatever they need. I just say that. But high vibing people tend to attract people that want to tell them their stories. Me, make people feel comfortable about telling me their life story. I mean, I went through a drive-through and people's told me about, this is crazy, but like them being hurt by a man. I'm not going to say the word, but through the drive-through, I don't even know this person, but for some reason, my high vibration, the light that I hold in me, gave her or gave her the signal to tell me, and so now she feels so much better. Now me, I know what to do with the energy. Clear the energy. One of the things I've got is this, and it's a big boy. Now, I literally say, clear this energy, clear this back pain, clear this headache, clear whatever. Or I'll actually, if the other day I got my headache, I actually called people and say, do you have a headache? Because high vibe people collect other people's energy. We can walk in the room and we're like, oh my God, I feel that. I feel this. What's going on? And people can even like, oh, there's nothing wrong. You know, you just know. So before I was actually aware, I was awake to my spiritual self, people would come to me and tell me their stories. And now, 2 years ago, when we opened a physical crystal store, people would come and talk to me for hours, my daughter also, and they'd say, we're really not here to buy crystals, are we? No. You were there to tell your story, get it out. You feel like $1,000,000. And now, oh my God, I'm buying all kinds of crystals because I feel so good. Because actually, crystals make you feel good, but also when you release your troubles or just the things that you want to talk to or talk about to get out to a high vibe person, you feel better. Now, here's a negative thing: until us high vibe persons know how to delete this stuff, clear it out, it does come, we get worn out, we get, oh my gosh, I got to go to bed, different things like that. But we attract people that want to tell us their stories and makes them feel so much better. We attract other people's pain. We attract, like I said, a headache, a backache, a stomach ache. We attract other people's, especially the people that you're around. So, I mean, you can walk through a mall and come back and you're exhausted because the people that don't have the more higher energy than you, they want it. They're attached. I mean, they're like, "Oh my god, I see her light. I see her light." And I didn't I think that I thought this is crazy. Nobody sees your light. They absolutely do. I've had two experiences this week where people would say, "You have to calm down." When I was simply sitting there doing nothing because I was making them feel a sort of way. I'm not making them feel anything. We have to know this, you guys. You feel the way you feel because you do it to yourself. I don't make you feel. I can't, I come into a room and they're like, well, they made me feel like this, so I can't be around them. Then you need to look at yourself and be like, what? Because I haven't done anything. I just walk in a room. I can literally walk in rooms and people say, you know you're too much. Well, here's the thing. I used to be like, "Oh my god, I'm too much. I need to go sit in my room." This is when I was a kid. Nobody wants to be around me. But here's the thing. No. I I had a conversation with somebody that told me I needed to not be so shiny. Now, I mean, this is laughing to me because I'm like, how do you at this point in my life, I don't know how to turn it down and I'm not going to. It's just like, how do I not turn? I mean, you're physically, if you don't want to be around me to see the light shine, you don't come around me, because if I make you feel the sort of a way, it's not about me, it's about you. I'm here to shine light for humanity and help people. And you know I might be the person that triggers you, and the reason why is because you need to heal something. Oh my God, I've been that catalyst for so many people, so many people. But we just high vibing people just attract people like that, and we annoy people that are not are negative. We annoy people with negative energy. We annoy people that are not wanting to be aware and wanting to do be high vibing. Actually, they do, but they have to do the work. I didn't come a high viber, which I knew I was before, but now I have done consciousness work out the wazoo. So at this point, I don't think that there would be a dimming of a light that could even happen that I could do because I'm not doing it. Like God's shining through me. I'm not saying, I'm like, God, can you turn it down a little? Because He's going to be like, no. Um, we're here to shine, you guys. And I'm not here to shine above you. I'm here to shine so you can know that you can shine too. We're all shining to our own. I have a unique gift for me, and you have your own unique gift, and everybody has their own. We're not here to compete against each other. I need your gift and you need mine. We work together. Even if you think it's negative, like, oh my God, they made me feel some sort of way. I'd take that journal out and say, why am I feeling this way? Because it's not Suzette, the person, it's the vibe. It's got to be the vibe. You walk in a room, somebody, I can't be around her. And I've had experience like this. So, and I'm going to tell a little story. So I go into a place of where we were working, me and my daughter in our crystal shop, and somebody come in to paint. Immediately, I said, no, they can't paint because I felt some kind of energy off of this person. Negative energy. And I knew I did not know in my logical mind, like, what is going on? I don't know. I mean, I couldn't give her an answer. And my daughter was like, why? What is happening? I could not give her a logical answer. But I knew that the energy that he was, having was negative towards my soul. My soul was like, you're not working with them. And I literally went ahead and had them start working, and then I just told them, "You're fired." I mean, I was just like, I couldn't even say it. I'm like, I don't go around just saying, "Oh, you're fired," but no, I was like, "You're out of here." The energy, the negative, I still can't really explain it, but it was just like, no, I have to not be around that person. And that was I had to go home and deal with it, and I was even like, "Why was it like that?" And he had some similar energy that I've dealt with in the past when I was, like, around a narcissist or, a bad relationship. So, my higher self was not wanting to be around that. Um, when you're high vibing, everything's got to go. Anything that's negative has to leave your life. It does, because I've had so many things leave, people, places, and things. I basically travel all over the world, make all these friends, and I lose some and I make some, and I get new couches and I lose couches. And I mean, people, places, and things, literally. But so another thing that high vibe people's that you're a high vibe person is animals love you. I mean, I've had dogs, I've had cats, I've even had birds in Florida that would come back when when I lived with the lady in um a little lady I took care of. We lived on the ocean in St. Pete, and a bird would come back every single day. And yeah, I did give it food, but I mean every single day. It was like a spiritual experience to me. It was like they, these birds just love me. The people that were living there was like, they can't keep coming here. And at this point, I had stopped feeding them. I'm like, well, they're just coming. You know, I can't help what a bird does. But anyway, that was so funny. So animals attract to you because they feel that you're loving, your innocence. Your soul is an innocent, loving, unconditional, ooey gooey, you know, person. Our egos is the mean, the nasty, whatever. But most of the time I live in my authentic self, because even my son will be like, you just trust everybody. You just, and I do. I just feel like everybody's a good person. They are, if they would take down all the other stuff. But anyway, so dogs and cats and animals, and people love to tell you their stories. Um, And you, like I said, you can feel people's energy, you can feel their what's it called? Their feelings. You can feel their feelings, you can feel their illnesses, basically. I don't think I've felt like when people are sick, but I can just feel like I've actually took on other people's pain. I know that for sure. And then I've cleared it out, and as far as, like, a clearing stick, or I'll go to the bath, take a bath and say, I'm done with this. I've done that. And that energy has left me. So I just wanted to talk about vibes today because I know we are having this full moon today, and we are needing to give up some things that no longer serves us. And one of the things I want to close down, I want to close down my energy to myself. I want to bring back all my energy to me and just keep it all in here, and me be able to talk to whoever and still keep my energy. I Yesterday I had a headache. So I'm feeling other people's energy, and I don't want to feel other people's energy. I want to keep all my energy for myself and be all this gooey, you know, high vibing girl. Because it is amazing. Though I've I've loved that I've been able to do this. I've helped so many people. Thank you so much for letting me, and thank you for telling me that, you know, I've been able to help you, um, because I've been able to feel people's energy. And I've channeled the other day. I was channeling. That's another story we got to tell. We got to talk about. I actually got mad because one of my friends, or of a person, told me that I should dim my light. Is basically what they said. Dim your light. You don't need to be like that, and you can't make people feel this sort of way. And I'm like, but the person that I'm talking to doesn't understand. I don't make that person feel any kind of way. I don't make any person feel that kind of way. They make me feel, or they make themselves feel that way. Now, there's people in the world that I go around and I feel, a sort of way, but I never feel like any. The way I feel about people is like if I see somebody that's high vibing higher than me, I'm like, man, that looks awesome. Like, what are they doing? What can I do to get to them? I would never say, you know, well, I can't be around them because they're high vibing. You don't do that. You're like, oh my God, these people are high vibing. What does I want what she has? Um, Send me the ingredients. That's the kind of way I look at my life. I don't look at my life as like, "Oh my god, you think you're better than me, so I'm going to not feel good about myself." I feel like, "Dang, you're vibing high. I want to vibe like that." Um, so because there's so many people that, but our vibes right now are off the hook. Whatever we were having, the solar flares, which I don't know much about it, and I follow the moon every single month, but I'm not really like into the astrology and all of the. I'm an Aries, so I do follow mine. I know Aries are go getters. I know Aries start a million projects and maybe not finish any of them. I know Aries do a lot of crazy stuff, and I do. I'm all over the place doing whatever I want, and I'm actually this last January and February, basically, I have learned to be slower and have patience and let the universe more or less guide me instead of jumping into things, because like I'll see something and I'll just jump on it. Yesterday I seen something I liked and I said, "Well, should I buy it?" And I said, "In 24 hours if I want it, I'll come back and get it." And I didn't even want it this morning. I was like, you're learning, because Aries are like, let's go get it, let's build the house, let's move there. I've moved 100 million times, and but I love all the experiences. I love experience. I love adventure. I love traveling. I love. I'll travel to the next, you know, um, town, and it'll be adventure for me, and I do that often. But I just wanted to talk about the different vibes, what high vibe people actually go through. We we annoy toxic people, and that sounds like a terrible thing to say, but we do. If we annoy you, please ask yourself why. This is a lesson for you. Why does this person annoy me? Why does she think she's better than me? It's not that she thinks she's better than me, because when you're pointing your fingers, right? Three's coming back at you. She thinks she's better than me. Why do I not feel good enough? Why do I not have a light like that? Ask yourself, why do I not have a light like that? Why do I not shine a light like that? If you're a toxic, negative person, then nobody wants to be around you. Nobody wants to, you know, you're not shining any kind of light, but negativity. And a lot of people will not want to be around you. I have been like this all my life. Happy go lucky. Let's do this. Everything's always going to work out. Lucky girl syndrome, whatever you can say. I've always been like this. Even when it was the horriblest thing that ever happened to me in my life, I would say, okay, well, something good's going to come out of it. And um, and that was before I become this spiritual person. And I think that's why one of the reasons that I open my heart and let God in, let spirit in, let my higher self in and say, use me. And right now, these last, I think I've been on here 4 or 5 months now, every Sunday, and I am being used by God to get this information out there that whoever needs to see it. It doesn't matter if one person sees it or 10 people see it or a million people see it. You've got to start opening up and realizing that if you want to be a high vibe, you guys, you attract wonderful things. And I'm not talking about material things. You attract peace. You attract authentic people, like people that love their self, people that care about their self, people that and you want that. If you don't care about yourself, then you're like you'll take abuse. You're a people pleaser. You don't know when to say no. You're always, working 20,000 hours when you're so tired and exhausted and your body just wants to lay down. I I was working I usually work like 4 or 5 hours a day, and then my body's like done. My body will say, you need to go take a nap if I'm overdoing it. But I've actually here lately haven't been taking naps, and I've got to a balance to where when my body says it's time to go lay down, I go lay down. If my body says go, it's time to eat, I go to eat. I've been listening to my body. It's like we are becoming one. So, and that's good because that is an alignment. You want to be in alignment. You don't want to have to work yourself to death and then the next day just sleep all day because you're dead and when you're on your days off. Um, I'm Brisbrill and I don't understand anything. Okay. Well, that's great that I know so I've got somebody from Brazil and doesn't understand me, but I'm thinking about making channels where I talk in different languages. So we'll get you there. But anyway, you you just want to be high vibed, I'm telling you. You just want to because you attract people, places, and things. I attract beach houses. I attract the things that I want. Just like I'm looking right now for something that I want and I'm not getting this and I'm not getting this. And here's the thing. You'll always run into things you don't want before you get what you want because that way it shows you what you don't want. It's automatic. You have to see what you don't want so you can get what you want. So if you're a negative person and you don't want that, get rid of that. Today is the full moon. Write that down, journal it out, and get it out, get it done. Release it, let it go. Nobody wants negativity, but people want white lights. They want shining bright. They do. And to have a person in your life that's shining will change your whole life. Um, and I know some of this video is like, oh, you're shining bright, you're a light. Yeah, yes. Yes. And I've had to go through a lot to just accept that I am. I mean, I was at a place where I didn't love myself. I wasn't worthy, all the things. But now I can sit here and say, yes, I'm a light and I shine it as bright as I can to attract who I can to bring them over to the light. I'm not I negative people, actually physically speak to me and say, I don't want to be around you. Well, no, they don't. Negative people don't want to be around people in the light that's sure about what they're doing and know what they want. And, that just shows them, if you're shining bright, it shows a negative, toxic person that they're not and that they don't know, but they can. I actually physically told somebody this week, you can be the light. You can. And instead of people pushing me away, because I've had two people try to push me away this week, become the light that you are and live your best life, because the negative and toxic thing that you're living is horrible, or you would not say, well, I can't be around you. Look at your darkness. It's called shadow work, baby, and it's deep and it's dark. I've been in dark places that you don't even know, and I've worked through them, and that's why my light shines. It's called shadow work. You can do it. I would love to show you how to do it. I'd love to show you how to change your life. You can change it today. You can start today and change it. So, anyway, if you're a high vibe person, then I'm going to tell you this: animals love you. Strangers always look at you when you're out. So, if you're getting that, um, because like when I'm walking around, I'm like dancing and yay and let's have fun. And, you know, my kids say I act like a kid, and I love it because I'm just want to be fun and have fun. And kids don't say, let's go to, New York. They don't say, oh, how are we going to get there and how are we going to pay the bills and all that. They don't do that. They're just like, let's go. And I've done that a lot of times, like just say, let's go. And it figures itself out. It really, really does. And that's been a fun, scary part of my life, but it's always worked out. So people love to tell you their stories. They love to, if you're a light, you make people feel comfortable enough to tell their stories to you, because you're a safe place. You're a safe place. They know you're not going to judge them. They know, your soul knows that they've been through this stuff, and they they know you're safe and that you're not going to tell. I don't tell anybody's stuff to anybody. It's just none of nobody's business, whatever we talk about. And I have been able to just release it back to the universe, back to God, back to the earth, whoever you release it to. And so, and you can feel other people. You can feel other people, good or bad. When you walk in a room and everybody's happy, you're like, yay. And then when people's having pains, you can tell. You can just tell. So, my message today was just try to be as high vibe as you can. And if other people are making you, because I've experienced this week, not feel good about yourself, because if I can't be around this person, what does that say about you? We always have to bring this back to ourselves. I believe 100% that everything that goes on in my life, good or bad, is my responsibility. And once you take your responsibility back to yourself, you can change everything in your life. You're not going to change other people. That there was a quote that I gave both my kids this week, and it said, you can't change other people, but you can change other people. So it's saying you can't change other people the way they act, but you can change about who the people you're around. If you don't like them, get away. But sometimes if they're triggering you, look at why they're triggering you. It's something you need to heal. It's something you need to heal. And here's the other aspect of it. People said that to me this week. I don't want to be around you because you're this and you're that and whatever you are, shot and dim your light. I've had somebody told me that, dim your light. I'm like, what is going on? It made me cry. It made me sad. It was like nobody wants to be around me because they think I'm better than them. And it's not me. It's not me, because if you are in a lower vibration, you don't even understand this probably, but It's not about me. It's about you. And you think it's about me, and it's not. I'm here to help you. I'm here to guide. I'm here to be, and I even told this person at the end of our conversation, I cannot dim my light, and I cannot um oh, I am a truth teller. I'm a truth teller. I've always been a truth teller. I've always just told the truth. That way I don't have to remember all the other bullshit. Um, I just tell the truth. And because of the truth, I told her nobody liked me because I tell the truth. And when they say the truth hurts, it really does. It hurts only if you have a problem with it. And with me being my authentic self and can do what I want and do and be happy and just be go luck. I mean, I just that's the way I live every single day. And not that I don't get in bad moods and stuff. I do. I love to tell people that because people say, "Oh, you just live like that every day." Yeah, I'd say 80, 90% of my life is yes, happy, go, we're having fun. Let's make things I try to make things fun every day. Like today, the sun's gonna be out, it's gonna be 65. What are we gonna do? We're gonna go to the park. We're gonna go earthing. We're gonna, maybe get an ice cream, something fun. I don't care what it is. We're gonna make this day fun. Or I'm not gonna sit in the bed and say, "Oh my God, I feel sorry for myself and this day is terrible." And no, get up and do something with your life and have fun. It's the only life you're living. You could die tomorrow. Let's shine the light. Let's be bright. So I just wanted to get on there and say that. And I'm actually really comfortable with saying that I have a light and I'm here to shine it. And I'm hoping that you're here on my podcast celebrating with me this light shining day, this full moon, and release what no longer serves you. Um, there was a couple things I'm going to release, and I need to do some more journaling. And one of the things I just released right now in front of everybody is the fact that I have to dim my light for somebody else to make them feel better. I'm not going to do it. I shouldn't have to. I'm here to change the world, not just one person. And with me not dimming my light and saying, no, I won't, shows you and whoever that they can shine too. Because you cannot, here's the thing, you cannot take the light away from me. I can't take the light away from Beyonce. I can't take the light away from whoever's out here shining. Nobody can take that light, but you have your own personal, beautiful, shining light that you need to shine out here in this world and everybody think, "Oh my God, look, she's amazing." And I've had so many people say, "Well, you have to dim your light for me," or "I can't be around you because you're too bright. You're too much." I've had people tell me, "You're just too much." For who? I'm not too much for me. I'm too much for you, which is pointing your fingers, three back at yourself, take the responsibility, look at yourself and say, "Okay." And the best thing I can give you right now and the best advice, stop worrying about what other people think. Don't worry about them. Worry about you. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? You can take advice because I take everybody's advice. But at the end of the day, I'm saying, what do I do? How do I feel about it? How does it make my body feel? Because your vibe is your body. It'll say, you'll have, I mean, if it feels good, you'll feel good and yummy and ooh, and you're smiling. And it feels bad. It feels like somebody's kicked you in the stomach and you can't do it if you listen to your body and your intuition. So I was going to make a video about childhood trauma this week, but I think I'm going to make it next week. We'll see what goes on. I still need to make it from the last week's video um, of my story and how I became spiritual because it has to do a lot with childhood trauma. But by me clearing out a lot of my childhood trauma, I can shine my light. So this has to do with it too. So what we're going to do is we're going to clear the energy, just clear other people's energy from your space. Take your power back to you and shine your light as as far as you can, as big as you can, as bright as you can. And I love you, and I'll talk to you soon. Thank you guys for being here. I seen a couple people on, and there's other people from not my language. I will see what I can do about getting some streams in a different language. We'll see what I can do. I've thought about that already, but I've never known how to do it. I'm saying hi to everybody on the stream, on the live stream. All right, you guys, I love you so much. Thank you. Bye. Shine bright.